Hello and welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. I'm Ranch. Today I will be giving you the Capper Comparison Picks for UFC 263, the main card. Yes, finally we're here. I covered every fight of the prelims except for there was a replacement fight. Terrence McKinney is taking the spot of, who's that dude from Mariana Islands? Camacho. He's taking the spot of that Camacho guy again. Man, I should have been more prepared for this. Yeah, I covered every fight on the card except for Terrence McKinney versus Matt Frevola. Terrence McKinney is a fill-in for Frank Camacho. He withdrew, I'm guessing because he was cranky. That's just a little joke. Anyway, I did cover every other fight of the prelims. Be sure to check those out. Now let's get into this main card. It's pretty kind of one-sided with these odds. A lot of heavy favorites, so you kind of already know which way this is gonna go. But nonetheless, I did the footwork. I watched the videos. I got the opinions of the people, so I'm gonna throw them down here anyway. Starting with the light heavyweight banger between Paul Craig Bear Jew. That's a decent name. Taking on Jamahal Hill. Sweet dreams are made of these. Sweet dreams, Jamahal Hill. Okay, let's discuss Jamahal Hill, the favorite first. He's undefeated, 8-0. A 3-1 favorite, meaning minus 300, meaning if you want to win $100 off that, you got to put up 300. That's right, that's what that means. He is fighting out of Black Lion Jiu-Jitsu. From my research, he's got one main training partner. His name's Brett Martin, and he is a heavyweight prospect. Should be breaking into the UFC maybe over the summer. I don't know if he's a Contender Series guy or what, but this is the stuff that I've heard. Black Lion Jiu-Jitsu is located in, I think, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Okay, Jamahal Hill has a 1-inch height and 3-inch reach advantage over the Bear Jew. That kind of shocked me, but yeah, he's a sizable light heavyweight, man. His last fight was a win against OSP Ovin St. Preux by TKO in round 2 for Jamahal Hill. The underdog opponent, Bear Jew. I got a blue marker. Bear Jew, Paul Craig is fighting out of the Scottish Hit Squad, and he is a plus 250 underdog, meaning on him, you put $100, and if he wins, you win 250. That's how that works. He's the plus money underdog. All right, so we got Paul Craig, 14-4-1. So he does have a couple losses there. But most recently, he's coming off a win against Shogun Ruao. Made him tap. He tapped due to strikes. Like pretty much stopped hitting me in round 2. Okay? So, here we go. Taking Jamahal Hill. We've got from Pub Sports Radio, diehard MMA podcast, represent one of my favorite handicappers, Clint McLean, and he had Dan from Best Fight Picks. They're both in agreement. Pub Sports Radio, they're both taking Jamahal Hill to get this done in pretty easy fashion. From what I don't know, I think they did mention some good things about Paul Craig, but not many people have. MMA fortune teller also taking Jamahal Hill. This marker sucks ass. I'm gonna have to go buy a new load of black markers. Okay, fortune teller taking Jamahal Hill. Then we've got DFS by the numbers. That's Brady. He's taking Hill by knockout. thinks that's going to happen. Then we've got UFC Gambling Addicts. That's Layton. My boy Layton. Also taking Jamahal Hill. Hype Check. Levi from Hype Check. Taking Jamahal Hill. Now that's 5 cappers would be making this a full capper consensus. But I did look at another group of cappers, and the brothers from Matt and Craig Allen from Fight Night Picks are both in agreement that Jamahal Hill's going to win, making this a full capper consensus. A full capper. I'm not doing the dance, and Nora's still at school. I got out of work early today. But anyway, a full capper consensus is when all the handicappers pick one side and they're all in agreement. And in this case, everybody's taking Jamahal Hill. I will throw a couple lucky pearls out there for Pearl of Wisdom. Since Helen ground them up anyway, those are good luck betting pearls. So prop this out. Otherwise, don't bet it. Because remember, you don't bet minus 300. No value in there. In fighting, come on, dude. It's a fight. Anything could happen. So, my pick here, I'm going to go with the capper consensus. No reason not to. I do like Paul Craig, though, Bear Jew. But I don't think he's going to win here. So, I'm taking Jamahal Hill. I do have to prop it out, though. So, I'm going to say it's going to be KO round 2. For Jamahal Hill, making that a plus number. I'm sure it will. If you pick the method and the round, most likely it's say, unless you pick decision, it's almost, if you pick the method and round, it usually becomes a plus number. Okay, moving on. Next we've got the veteran Hall of Famer, legendary, well, in my opinion, Hall of Famer should be Damian Maia, 43 years old. What are the ages on those? Oh, here, no big difference here. 33, 30. But Damian Maia, 43 years old. And he is the 2-to-1 underdog, plus 200 underdog, taking on Belal. Remember the name, I won't forget it, Muhammad. And Muhammad is 11 years younger, 32 years old. So age in this fight is a factor. All the cappers mentioned it. A lot of them are fading him just because he is 43. Okay. Let's discuss the favorite. Remember the name, Belal Muhammad. He's coming off that eye poke thing against Leon Edwards, where he was losing anyway, but that eye poke was nasty. I mean, that eye went knuckle deep. 2 knuckles deep. 2 knuckles deep. I use that term for other things too, but anyway, that eye poke went 2 knuckles deep from Leon Edwards, and but even before the eye poke, I think Leon Edwards was gonna win that fight if it didn't happen. Okay, however, remember the name Belal Muhammad has won 4 of his last 5. He's never been submitted. He's fighting out of Rufus Sport, and a lot of active guys out of there. We've got Jordan Griffin fights out of there, Ben Askren fights out of there. Anthony Pettis, who's got a PFL fight against Alex Martinez coming up. And Brendan Allen has a fight against Punahele Soriano, undefeated. I'm very high on Punahele Soriano. And that is July 24th. Okay, let's discuss the underdog, the 43-year-old. Yes, I'm going to keep saying that. He debuted in the as a pro in 2001. 2001. That was before some of you guys were even born. I'm sure there. Yeah, I know for a fact there's that. I have of some subscribers that are under age of 20. Damian Maia does have a 2-inch height and a 1-inch reach advantage, but as you guys know, he's a submission specialist. However, he has picked in his 10 years of, or 20 years of fighting, he's picked up some striking skills as well. He's fighting out of Vila da Luta, that's in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Another name fighting out of Vila da Luta that you might know is Danilo Marquez, and he's getting ready to fight Ed Herman. So, yeah, I mean, Vila da Luta, it's a reputable school, a reputable facility out of Brazil. Damian Maia's last fight was that loss to Gilbert Burns. Not a good look, a ground and pound in round 1. So a lot of people are saying Damian Maia is about ready to retire, so this may be his last fight. I would assume he wants to go out with a win, as why wouldn't you? But there's a chance that maybe he's just in there to collect a paycheck before he goes out, So anyway, or who knows if this might not even be his last fight. I don't know. I'm going by what I've heard the cappers discuss, and I don't follow him on Instagram or anything like that, so I don't know. But Damian Maia is the 2-1 underdog. Muhammad minus 235 favorite. Okay, so let's get into this. Where's that F? All right, we've got taking Belal Muhammad. We've got fight night picks. Both Matt and Craig are taking the favorite here. Levi from Hype Check also taking, remember the name, UFC Gambling Addicts, Leighton on Muhammad. DFS by the numbers Brady, thank you for giving me your method, is saying Belal Muhammad by decision. Fortune Teller also taken, remember the name. And finally, both Clint and Dan from Pub Sports Radio are also taking Belal Muhammad to win this, making this another full capper consensus. And the majority of these guys, this is why. And they'll come out and say it. A lot of them said, I do not see Belal Muhammad losing to a 43-year-old man. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm also going to take Belal Muhammad here, but I'm not, overly, I remember his name, but I'm not overly impressed with Belal. I did take him his last fight against Leon Edwards. He was a pretty big underdog going into that, and that's why I took him. I took it early too. I put money on that fight like I want to say 1 or 2 weeks before it even happened. But look what it turned out to be, a no contest because that double knuckle deep eye poke. But anyway, I am also gonna take him here against the aging Damian Maia. No, I like Damian Maia, and actually I might hedge. That means hedge bet. I'm gonna hedge Maia by submission, just because that plus number, I like that. Dollar sign looks. I'm gonna read you the dollar sign. I like to put 2 lines for abundance on that money. Plus money, plus money, plus money dollar sign for submission hedge. However, my pick for Tapology is Damian Maia. I'm sorry, Belal Muhammad. He should get it done. I'm gonna say by decision, because Damian Maia's, his gas tank's probably, you gotta give the cardio points to the guy that's 11 years younger, it only makes sense. But I am gonna throw a little hedge bet on Damian Maia by submission. I think that would be his best route to victory. However, Belal Muhammad never been submitted, but has he faced people with the submission skills like Damian Maia. I don't think he has. That's debatable, but yeah, there you go. That's my pick. That's my bet. Moving on. We've got, oh, speaking of Leon Edwards, here he is. Leon Rocky Edwards taking on Nate Diaz. Oh yeah, another guy that's been in the, his name is well known throughout the UFC. He should be in some sort of like history book for UFC. He's part of why Nate and Nick Diaz. UFC would be a little different if it wasn't for the Diaz brothers. You gotta admit that, right? I mean, he's got he does the middle fingers. He shows complete disrespect, which is awesome because those people that he's disrespecting should get disrespected because everybody else is kissing their ass. He just tells it how it is. I'm not surprised. But anyway, Nate Diaz is the huge underdog, plus 400. These are from Bet Online as of this morning. Before I went to work, I wrote these down. Leon Edwards, Rocky is minus 600 favorite. Ugh, disgusting. I wouldn't even put that as a parlay piece. But Edwards is, he's top 5 fighter. If Nate Diaz managed to squeeze out a victory here, it would put him right back into the mix of things. But a lot of people, including the bookies, do not see that happening. But it is a fight, like E-Money says, anything can happen in a fight. And also taking Nate Diaz, he's not on this show. MMA, the MMA community, or the community MMA crisscross. I checked again. He's got 3 videos. One of them he made 2 months ago, and it says Nate Diaz will devastate Leon Edwards. Then he count them, 3 different videos. Nate Diaz will dominate Leon Edwards, and Nate Diaz, and he uses he has 2 videos with the same title. But anyway, check him out. Link won't be in the description. He was in my show yesterday. But anyway, of these cappers, let's go. We got Leon Edwards is fighting out of Team Renegade, BJJ, and the Ultimate Training Center. They're out of Birmingham, England, or United Kingdom. He's got a 2-inch height advantage, but Nate Diaz, fighting out of Cesar Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, has a 2-inch reach advantage. Cesar Gracie Jiu-Jitsu in Lodi, California has fighters like his brother Nick, of course. Jake Shields and Gilbert Melendez are notable fighters that fight out of Cesar Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Also, Lauren Murphy does too, but I think she's like the one of only 3 fighters listed, female fighters listed out of there. Anyway, for some reason, this is a 5-round fight. Now, some cappers are saying this is because they want to give Nate Diaz got a legendary chin. He has, the Taoist religion believes that willpower is Taoists believe willpower is the strongest force in the universe, but nobody can really channel it. But willpower, if you can channel your willpower and put it on max, you can pretty much achieve anything you set your mind to. That's what will is. And you gotta give Nate Diaz, he's got some will. He never gives up. He'll be bloodied, looking like a beat up pulp, but that guy, there's no quitting him. And that's why they wanna see 5 rounds of no quit out of Nate Diaz. What are the ages? 29 for Edwards, and Nate Diaz is 36. I mean, he's still got some fights in him, guys. I don't know. He does have double-digit losses though. He's 20-12, so you know how I feel about that. Anyway, let's get on with this. Nate Diaz's last loss was Dr. Stoppage, round 3 against Jorge Masvidal. I think wasn't that for the BMF belt? That thing. Like I said, he does have a 2-inch reach advantage. However, Nate Diaz is a bleeder. If you go back and look at his fights, he bleeds a lot. That was why that last fight, doctor stoppage, because he was bleeding too much. So, and a lot of people are saying with Edwards, with his sharp elbows and sharp punches, it might be another doctor stoppage due to bleeding. So keep that, in the back of your mind when watching this. I'm not gonna minus 600. That's not even, like I said, I don't even want to mess up a parlay putting that in there. It'll barely bump it up in value. Of course, I'm gonna do this parlay here, but let's just throw up these names, y'all. Everybody, except for the 2 cappers I mentioned, but I'm not writing them down. Everybody's against Nate Diaz. I'll tell you right now, this is a full capper consensus. All these guys, I'll just write them down here quick. We got the MMA fortune teller, Clint, Pub Sports Radio, Dan, and Clint. Clint is saying a finish for Edwards before that 5 rounds. That's pretty. The under is minus 140, so so we'll say Clint within distance. Dan didn't say, so maybe it'll go to decision. I don't know. We got DFS by the numbers. Brady is saying Edwards should get the knockout. Then we've got Hype Check, Fight Night Picks, Matt and Craig Allen, and finally Late In from UFC Gambling Addicts, all in agreement that Leon Edwards should have no problem beating the legendary Nate Diaz. Well, he's not really. He is legend in his, for what different reasons, but he's very, very popular fighter, especially amongst the casuals, the old school casuals that used to follow and then fell off, and they kind of still follow somewhat. The casual guys, they know who Nate Diaz is, So I am not going against the cappers here. I gotta take Leon Rocky Edwards. How come? Why is it? I know Colby Covington started, but I see a lot of people call Leon Edwards Leon Scott. Now, did Colby, and that started with Colby Covington. I think he's the first one to call it Leon Scott. But is there a reason for that? Did he make a mistake? I don't get the whole Leon Scott thing. Is it like an inside joke? I don't know what that whole thing is. If somebody does know anything about the whole why they call Leon Edwards Leon Scott, aside from Colby Covington calling him that before, can you just put it in the comments? Because I'm curious. What is that? What is that all about? Anyway, I'm taking Leon Scott. However, just as I did there, I'll throw a little bit, just because minus or plus 400. I'm gonna throw a little bit just on Diaz, just to get the win. Man, I keep messing up with the dollar sign. But yeah, I'm gonna little hedge bet. However, Tapology, I got Edwards getting it done. We're gonna say, I think I wrote TKO in the 3rd. That's when Diaz would be too bloody doctor stoppages. You're bleeding like a hose, like a garden hose. Get out of here. Anyway, I don't know. I hope that doesn't happen. Actually, I'm gonna hedge it. So I hope I'm gonna root for Nate Diaz. I don't think he's gonna win, but I will be pulling for him. But in this parlay, I'm taking Edwards. I'm taking all the favorites, of course. So the parlay's got to pay out shit. If it doesn't, it should be a plus number, at least a plus one something. Anyway, there you have it. So to recap, time check. Super early. Okay, I've got Paul Bear Drew Craig losing to Jamahal Hill. That's the only one I'm not hedge betting though, because I think Jamahal Hill should be able to take care of business without problem. I mean, of course he's got a chance, but... And here, old ass Damian Maia, I'm picking Belal Muhammad to get the win by decision, but I will throw a little, $10 hedge bet on Maia to win by submission. It's got to be a plus something great. Plus 250, 300, I would say. I don't know. And finally, I got Leon Scott, or Leon Edwards, or Rocky, whatever you want to call him. I got him beating Nate Diaz by TKO. I'm calling round 3 of 5. However, I will throw a $10 hedge bet on Diaz to win 40. Why not? So there you have it. Gather the info. Place those bets and cash those tickets. I appreciate you watching. Give me that thumbs up. Hit the subscribe. Feel free to share it. Put in the comments if you know about Leon Scott. Or put in the comments. I liked the comments yesterday. A lot of guys, E-Money. That's how I know he's taking Diaz here. But yeah, go ahead. Throw some picks up in the comment. Tell me your picks on these fights. Especially, these are such big favorites. I would like to see the contrarian guys. If you're picking any of the underdogs here, throw it in the comments. It's great. I like contrarian picks. I always root for the underdog. I'm a plus money junkie. Come on, guys. So anyway, thanks for watching. Good luck on these bets, and I will see you tomorrow with the main and co-main event. It's good ones.